In today's video, we are inside our new little ensuite and we have floor to ceiling tiles and they're nice and smooth and glossy. They look beautifully. So if you're getting this done, you want to make sure the tiles go up past the cornice line. Anywhere past, but I'd recommend just past. So you let the tiler know what size your cornice is. Normally it comes in 55 or 90 mil. In this case, we have special Caro 4-step, custom made by Paul from Ornamental Cornice. This is 100 mil. So I've gone through and I've marked where they sit nicely like this. That's pretty much how it's gonna look. One really important thing you wanna make sure of is I'm getting a mirror here and a vanity here. And I've gone and I've marked my studs here, okay? That's gonna be very important. And I'm gonna leave them there and I'll get a laser later and mark exactly where I'm gonna be screwing the mirror and the vanity back in. And once you've figured that out and you've run all your cables, you are ready. So today, let's put this cornice up. There's a few little tricks that I use and I've done my own testing and we're gonna do a test today, okay? We're gonna be spraying this Trimtex spray adhesive around the perimeter, just above the line. Here's the line where the cornice goes down to. So we're going to be spraying just above it with this, and then you're going to let it dry. And this is what is going to sit on here and allow our cornice cement to bite into the surface. And to do that, I've made a little jig like this, and that should be perfect height for our spray adhesive. So we're just going to get straight into it. Today, I'm going to show you how to cut this cornice, how to cut cornice, how to stick to this glossy surface, and also this paint. You've got two things here which are going to stop it from sticking. The glossy surface and also the paint. Don't overspray, because if you do it too thick, this will drip. And you actually want it to dry. So you just spray like this and leave it. Couple of other things that we're going to do here to ensure that our cornice does not go anywhere for a long time is we're also going to prepare this surface here, and I'm just going to go like this. Probably not the best, like that. So we want to spray some adhesive on here, let it dry I suppose, and that's not all. We want to just rough up this area. I've marked where the timber framing is above. So that sits about here. And we're going to go like this and shoot a nail in. There, and that's going to essentially hold that while everything dries nicely and it stays in there as well. Good idea to angle it as well, not straight on, because you don't want it to just drop out. But that's pretty much it. It's going to hold that up. First have to measure and cut this cornice now, but I'm going to put blobs. I'm going to be putting a bead of cornice cement under the bottom side, but I'm going to put blobs here right along as well to get it all set nicely. And you just don't want to get too much in this grout line here. So we'll be careful there. You can even sticky tape over the grout lines, keep it clean. Bit of an update. It's starting to look really nice in here. Let me just put these back. All right, I've got the pendant lights in. Okay, I can't turn them on right now because I've just put them up. They're on plugs, so I'm taking the plugs from these two down lights and I'm going to connect them to another plug over here, and these ones are going to be on their own switch. So I'm going to got a couple of cables to run. So I'm going to be going to the store to get that. Kitchen's going good. Not much new in the kitchen other than everything painted around the bottoms. I still have to clean around the doors and that sort of thing. I've got to put this door back on. Tomorrow I'm going to be glossing all the frames, like gloss enamel, and then do all the doors. So this has all turned out really nice. That's turned out really nice. And then once the painting's done, this will all get silicone around the bottom, around there. I've still got another undercoat to do on these. This. If we come down here, so yeah, they're the pendant lights, and they're not gonna come on when these lights are on. I thought I'd keep these down lights just in case. Well, so I didn't have to bloody patch it. And I managed to put these in without having to do any patching or painting, so that is looking good. This whole section, this is probably the nicest area of the whole house right here, right now. You remember this, I put this on, put this skirting on, this wall, yes, it's sticking right out, so had to jimmy that up. Don't look too close on that. So I've second coated all the doors now. Around the doors, they've all got these architraves. We're going to be painting these doors as well, but we've got architraves. These architraves are around everywhere now. Just looks so much more solid. Looks nice. And then when the door and the frame is the same color as well, that'll be much better. So yeah, around the front door there, out here. And we got a massive hailstorm. I'll show you the hail if you haven't seen my short video. And we got, the roof has been peppered. It's been damaged and massive big hailstones. And then we got water in, it's actually damaged the ceiling. I didn't paint in here for 15 years. The day after that I finished painting, hailstorm, busted my tin roof, and we've got water in. Water was coming through this light, I'll show you. So water was coming through there, but I've still got another undercoat on this skirting to do. This has all been double undercoated. You want it to be covered nicely before you do the gloss. You don't want your gloss to have to try and cover. So that's looking really nice. I went through and I sanded everything. So we're using gloss enamel as well, the oil-based. And it's so smooth. You wait, maybe my next video, that'll be done, and I'm gonna rub it and you'll hear it. It'll be like rubbing a nice clean dinner plate. So heading into here, you remember this was an old bedroom, right? And I put the wall, there was a wall back there and a bar here, and I moved the wall back. I used this cladding from here, and it was a bit damaged as well. And yeah, made the wall there, and it looks good. I'm still thinking about, yeah, this has been, I think I got another undercoat to do on here. But I was thinking of doing that white as well. What do you think? That's gonna be This is going to be white. I was thinking a nice white gloss trim around the whole lot as well. Oh, while we're here, let me get your advice. I don't know what we're going to do here. Okay, I'll cork up here, that's fine. That's all doable, that'll be good. But what am I going to do here? I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But it's starting to look really nice in here. Now heading into this kitchen, beautiful. This has been undercoated and it needs to be undercoated again. The ceiling's finished in here, but we've got to put a coat of colour on the walls. And if you're wondering what colour these walls are, these walls are antique white USA. Okay, and that's it next to white. Not sure how well it's going to view. And we've got a paint in here too. So the door, if you were watching, you would have been watching along. I didn't realize it at the time I was making the video, but we installed this door backwards because I come in later that night and I thought, oh yeah, I need a screen door for that. And I'm like, the track's on the inside. So now I got it on the outside. And I'm just trying to think what I'm going to do to finish this up here. I was going to use this angle and cut it to size, clean this up a bit, put the angle up and down, and then box this up to this height, and then fill it all in with concrete, with this being at the back. And I know, like, painted alley, let me know if that's alright, if that can be used. And then I'm going to finish it just below here, running down. And if we ever have to take the door out, the door comes out the inside. So that's it. And then I got this rendering, we did this rendering 15 years ago, maybe 18 years ago. And look at this. And then it goes to like nothing. There's the lintel there. I don't know what's going on there, but you see it? Just here. Don't know what we're going to do to fix that. Here's all the bathroom stuff. So we have a LED mirror going in. I'll show you where that's going. And everything else. I've got the fan for the ceiling, the cabinet, and it's the same similar oak to this. Similar. Okay. And here is the bathroom. This is done now. Alright. You remember, I didn't put this cornice up because I wanted it, we had to do this so we didn't have to climb in the roof or anything like that. So that is all ready. That's just going to be powered on constantly. So that's going to power the mirror. I got these switches and the vanity. It's a 900 vanity. So I'm going to center it in here. And this is very handy because you got your USBs and the power sort of away from the water. But that's over there. New switch. And I have that on a plug now. What I was going to do as well, I don't have to. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I'm going to to make it easier, I'm going to resheet. I was going to pull this ceiling down because you can't see it now in this light, but I can see it joined down there and I would want to patch it anyway. But I'm thinking I might just sheet over this ceiling, mark out where all my timber joists are, and just sheet over it and do that right now. I can put my fan in, and then that way the cornice is going to stick a lot better to fresh plasterboard or fresh drywall as well. And I've already marked out in my last video, I've already marked out where the timber is. So I'm going to shoot, when I put my cornice on, I'm going to shoot a nail through this part here into all the timber. members, framing members. All right, and it's super hot. Need air conditioning. Need air conditioning here. Anyway, that's the update. So it's looking good. I have a plumber booked in on Wednesday. Today is Friday. Okay, looking good. I need to go to the store to pick up some extension leads so we can turn these on and see how they look. And so one of the switches, you turn it on and only them come on. So you can just have them on and no other lights. Okay. All right, that's it. That's the update. And let me know what we can do with this part here as another look. All right, ciao for now.